Hello YouTube. Here we got a quick little review of the Allegiant 737 MAX 8 1/4 scale from Gemini Jets. So like usual, we'll start off with the box, then we'll get to the model. Here it's a little torn at the package. The package is a little torn up here, but there we have the Gemini Jets logo. Two Allegiant MAX 8s there. They could be the same registration, but neither one of them has a registration on it. But point is, it's an Allegiant MAX 8. Here we got the Allegiant 737 MAX 8 200, 1/4 sealed die-cast model aircraft. Look inside. That's where the model would go. You can pause and read this if you like. There's the sides. This is a 2024 release from Gemini Jets. So here it is. We'll start here on the left side. Here we got the nose cone. Right there it says 737-8 200 at the L1 door there. See, here we got the nose cone right there. It says 737-8 200. Here we got the L1 door. Got the landing gear, Allegiant titles. Got the overwing emergency exits here. I know there's some. Hang on. So yeah, this there go the dogs like usual. This model has some dust and cat hairs accumulated on it over time. They don't sit in cabinets regular time, so they're just sitting out on the that piece of wood I got in my room. I'll close the door. Okay, that should at least cancel out some of the noise, hopefully. Okay, here we got the overwing emergency exits. And then here we got the can't tell if that was a scratch or if, there we go. Can't tell if that was a scratch or if that was cat hairs. Okay, that's cat hairs. Here we got the other door in the back. Registration is November 810 Mike Golf. And here's the Allegiant logo on the tail. I'll show the other side. Here on the right side, it's almost the exact same as the other side, except you got the cargo luggage doors. Oh, by the way, here's a partial registration ship number on the. Oh wow, that's an issue right there. Look at that. There's 810 is the partial registration ship number, just like on the registration. However, it's like it's misprinted. It's like they, hang on, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Right here is the issue I was talking about. Went to go grab a stick to point with. Right here, the ship number, partial registration ship number is 810. Seems like looks like as if they tried to print it on the bottom at an angle right here too. It's like it's almost as if they wrote a bunch of registration numbers on a piece of plastic, then wrote that one unevenly and they cut it and put it on here. I don't know if that's how they do it or not, but see if the other side has the same issue. No, thankfully the other side is better. There was no misprint here. And yeah. But yeah, right here it is definitely not printed completely evenly. Right there you can see. Wow, glad I noticed that. Now, anyway, here's the Allegiant logo again, or the Allegiant titles with the logo. Back, here's the Allegiant logo back here. Registration again. And I did notice that this model here has got some bad wing flex. Like you can see here, wings have definitely bent up way too much. Now, Gemini 737s, they're usually do have that issue, or at least some of the ones during the early 2020s that they released have that issue. And however, the Maxes are usually a little better. But this one here is not that much better than the NGs. The 737 NGs. The NG is the next generation. Yeah, the engine here may be a little tilted up. And on this side, let's check this engine. This one here is pretty even. The other's pretty level. The other side is definitely a little angled up here. Not as bad as some other releases I've seen, but it's not perfect by any means. And another thing I did notice with this model is the landing gear. The front one's a little crooked. It's not bad. It's not terrible by any means, but it's definitely not as good as it could be. But it's definitely better than some other models that I have or that I've seen on YouTube. From other collectors, that is. So I'll give you the angles. This is the back. And yes, the vertical stabilizer is not perfectly straight. It's leaning a little towards the left. Horizontal stabilizers, especially the left one, may be a little angled up too. Here's the left side. Here's the front. And look at that. This model definitely has some QC issues. I'll go over those again at the end of the video. Here's the right side. Here's the back. Here's the top view. We'll set it down for that, actually. And here is the bottom. Back here got the doors to the APU and the APU itself. All the way in the back. Stand hole right there as well as the Gemini logo. Now I did notice that the blue on this one, the blue on the back part of the aircraft, is a bit more accurate than it is on that Allegiant A319 I have. I'll go get that one to show you for comparison. Okay, so here it is. Here's that Allegiant A319 that was released in 2022. I gotta clean this one real quick. It's unbelievable how much dust accumulates on the models of pretty much anything over time. How many cat hairs and everything, maybe? A little tiny one here. You gotta see if we can get that without scratching the model. There we go. And I know there's probably more, but that's good enough for now. Yeah, the blue on the tails is a little better on the MAX 8 than it is on the 319. It might be kind of hard to notice on camera, but we got decent lighting for today's video. From the natural light and the light inside. We'll see what we can do, yeah. Okay, it's kind of hard to notice on the video, but in person you can definitely notice that the blue is more accurate on the MAX 8 than it is on the A319. But yeah, by the way, if you want me to review this one, I haven't yet. I can do that if you want. Just comment below and I'll do it. But anyway, back to the star of the show. This Allegiant MAX 8. I'll give you a quick 360 of this model. Again, but this time I'll give you a quick 360 of this model. So, what did Gemini do well with this model? It's got nice detail. The blue colors, or at least from what I know, they're fairly accurate. A little better than on the 319. But what are the cons with this model? Well, for starters, the wing flex is definitely way too much. It should not have this much wing flex in real life. 737 wings do tend to bounce a lot when taxiing, I know that, but when they're flying, they tend to stay still unless you hit turbulence, of course. But yeah, this one here, this model definitely has too much wing flex. Common issue with the Gemini 737s. And then the vertical stabilizer is not perfectly straight. It's not perfectly vertical. And the landing gears, well, the main gears are fine. I checked those, they look alright. They're not bad, but this gear here, the front gear, is not, it's not the best. As you can see, one of the tires is sticking out and the other one's not sticking out enough. One of the tires is definitely sticking out, so I gotta say, that's a disappointment. But the biggest issue that I've noticed, well, not the biggest, it's not the most noticeable unless you really look at it, but once you see it, you will never forget it. Right here, the partial registration number 810. Yeah, 810. Let's see, yeah, the partial registration number here, 810. It's like as if they tried to, I don't know how to describe this. It's like they tried to print it twice, but failed. Or they made a mistake and accidentally printed an angle here, in addition to just the straight 810 like they're supposed to be. So that's a disappointment. So taking all that into consideration, I do not recommend this model to other collectors. QC is just too much, but unfortunately, it is the only option for an Allegiant Air Max 8 in 1/4 scale. I know Gemini also made a 1/200 version. I wonder how that one is. But this one here, I can't say I think too highly of this model. Therefore, I would not recommend buying it. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this review of the 1/4 scale Allegiant Air Max 8 from Gemini Jets. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.